Hey guys, it's Alithos, and I wanted to talk to you guys about the new set coming out, the collector set Athena and Heshi. The intent of this video is basically to try to answer as many questions as I possibly can, while keeping all the information together in one place so you can look at it yourself. One thing to note is we are going to be looking at some of the stuff from the set. That's not to say that we're going to reveal everything, but if you feel like that you can be hyped up more by seeing some of the cool stuff in someone's hands, well, this might be the video for you. So as you guys saw, this drops on October 3rd. You can get them from your local game stores at that time. They should have been able to get them, or still be able to get them, through their distributor, either Peach State or Southern Hobby, or in a couple weeks they will be available on the store. These boxes are MSRP'd at $200. There are 10 packs per box, 6 cards per pack. We'll go over the details on the slotting a little bit later. There's a Arakil coin, which is the official currency in the lore, a special gold monochrome insert card, talk about that later, and the potential of a golden ticket. This is what you have per box, but let's not forget about talking about the actual box itself. The box itself is amazing. It is a solid chunk of cardboard that is held by magnets and has the recognizable foam from the starter decks. It is able to easily fit 50 to, I would say, about 60 cards. Personally, I usually keep my resources and my heroes and stuff all separate anyways from the main deck, but this cannot contain all of them, unfortunately. But it is a great storage option, and I've even tested it in my backpack where I stuffed it full of cards and I just closed it up and see if it damaged anything. And it held pretty tight. It didn't have any issues whatsoever. So I definitely say it's a good thing to use as a storage or a little mini deck box if you want to carry around stuff. Maybe you put your trades in. Just take a moment and look at this sheet on the right, which will tell you all the odds and stuff for this product. Now, I'm not going to go over every specific since it's pretty much laid out right there for you. I suggest pausing and taking a look at it. But if you look on the bottom right, there are the odds for the coins. Currently, you see I have the gold and the silver one within my 2 boxes. So I got lucky and I got the top 2. Not though, because these will be used later for some sort of exchange program that we don't know about. The next thing in these boxes are your insert. Now, this insert is in a case like this, and it is a 1 of 250. There are 14 different inserts and 250 of each. If you notice, every one of these cards is a resource with a back that has a little bit of a glass door type of effect. They look amazing in person, and honestly, it does not do it justice. Now we're getting into the first parts of the pack, which are the first 3 slots. These are foils that are actually the chibi and non-chibi versions of the original arts of the starter decks. These have a nice little gold border, as well as a nice little gold logo that shines into the foil. There are 120 of these between the 2 different types of artwork, and it goes everything from the energy cores to the resources to the commanders themselves. This slot is basically to fill the missing link of foils, like in Awakening, that you couldn't do because of the starter deck. Slot number 4 contains the pure collector items. Now, I personally really find these amazing. You first off have either a card that is 1 of 250. These are the original artworks from the starter decks and are just full art, no text, non-playable versions, but they look amazing. If you're so lucky to get a 1 out of 125, those are all the brand new artworks that you'll see in slot 6. These artworks are completely new and honestly look amazing. You'll see there's a whole bunch of cool treatments added to them, so definitely look out for these. I'll be collecting them all personally. In slot 5, you have 32 random dual-sided Codex cards. Now, these are not serialized, but they look fantastic, honestly. Each one of these cards have a front-facing, neat art that have a good texture to them, personally. And then on the back side, you see, as you can see in the video, there is a multitude of different ways that he has added different textures or treatments to the cards. All of these cards are legal to play. They are, however, pretty much all reserve and commanders. For the most part, they are out of the deck so you do not have to worry about them being considered marked cards or anything. Of note, there is chibi and non-chibi versions of each of these. So there's essentially 16 different cards with 2 different artworks each. Now the absolute best slot in the pack, in my honest opinion. That is slot 6, which includes a whole slew of new artworks, including of which is Counterspell, Iron Fur, and Phase Temple, as well as some of the ones you see down below. Now, I cannot express to you how little the camera actually does these justice. They are absolutely amazing looking, and the textures on them are absolute peak foil. As you can see, there is 3 different types. There is the regular one, which are not serialized. There are the 1 of 50s, which are the black and white ones. And then there are the 1 of 1s. The 1 of 1s is a 1 in 875 booster potential chance. Of worth noting, every single one of the cards in this slot will never have the artwork reprinted on the card again. Now, there's a potential there being playmats and other marketing material, but it will never be used on a card again. Of note, there is only 2 cards in this entire slot that are not from the starter decks, and that is Imbuement Seal and Sybil. These are actually from Awakening, and they were given this nice little special treatment though. Now, the absolute last thing I want to go over is the Golden Ticket. Now, of note, these are sealed at manufacturer, so even we don't know where they're at. These are non-serialized versions of the cards that are put into a complete sheet. There are 5 of these. The odds of getting one, pretty low, but if you get one, it is an absolute masterpiece of a collector item. Of note, this is an actual ticket that is pretty thick. It is not something that is just a piece of paper. It is a genuine looking ticket. I really hope you guys enjoy this product whenever it drops on October 3rd. And I really hope that you support your local game stores in actually getting this product. And I cannot wait to see all your pulls. I really want to hear everything you guys pulled so I can know when to buy more. All joking aside, definitely do let us know in Discord so that we can see all the cool pulls that you guys get. I know a lot of people would love to see the 1 of 1s and love to see all the different black and white cards. This is an absolute iconic product for the game, and I hope you guys end up checking it out and being a part of Soul Masters history. Until next time, Soul Masters,